All right, people from Zoom, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool, thank you. All right, everyone, let's start our class today. So, welcome back. It's a very cold day today, so hopefully you already keep your warm and get yourself sick. We're gonna continue. Today, we're gonna have a in-class lab as we said last time. Before that, I wonder if all of you have had a Linux machine to get ready? Yes, awesome. I do hope that you all have already watched the video, like the essentials for C, Python, as well as Bash, because you're gonna use them all today for today's lab. Cool. All right. Any questions for that? For those videos, those content, and also, by the way, I saw some of you guys ask questions on Discord regarding the videos, and those are great. So yeah, please continue to do that. I think that will be very helpful, not just for yourself, but also for everyone else on the class. And next time, if I don't reply you in time, you can just tag me or tag the TAs, but not restricted to us. I think that everyone else can help to just jump out, because I can't really guarantee that I can answer a question in time. We just have a two fat classes, but in any case, I think that if everyone else can help each other, that will be ideal. Okay, cool. All right, so lab of today. So it's the same IP address. The port number is 2222 this time. Please connect to the server and interact with the service. And also, you should be able to see the source code and the binary of the service, which has been released on the course website. Let me know if I can access them. Someone is saying that you cannot access them. Okay, just give me a second. Let me take a look. Yeah. The name. Yes, exactly. That's part of the challenge. That's a good discovery. Oop, I should not show this to you guys. Yes. Oh, you have the access to the file yesterday. I see. Let me figure it out. I think I may messed up the permission somehow. All right, let's do this. Before I fix out the permission issue, I am going to upload the service source file and the binary to Discord. Okay, so you can first access them through Discord. I'm gonna send them an announcement right now.
I'm so sorry. Late in the day, last Tuesday. so
Yeah.
I don't want to click the Discord links. I don't have the Zoom link, so I wasn't able to Zoom the Thursday session, Tuesday.
Oh, that's okay. So could you just go to the website now? Like CAC 545 and then you will see the courses. And then there's this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, you need to solve this by today. So,
Okay.
but do you have like, so you don't have like Linux? Actually, for this, yeah. So, and actually for today's challenge, you don't have to use Linux. As long as you have Python and it's on the home tool like package, you're good to go.
Okay.
Like in the future, you probably will. Because for this one, you don't really need the binary service, which is a Linux binary. As long as you read the source code, you should be able to do what, to know what you need to do.
Okay.
Thank you. Sure. All right, everyone, you should be able to see the code from Discord. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna fix this problem. Sorry? Is what? Sorry, I just didn't hear that. Yes, yes, that's all for today. Good. Good job. Okay, yeah, so here's the, I'm gonna announce to everyone. So for those that, I know that some of you have already done, great job. For those that you are done, good. So I have a task for you. Read the source code of this service, and then you will see some comments there. The comments will tell you that, hey, this source code actually has a bunch of vulnerabilities. Okay, so can you go over the code and then see what is this vulnerability about? And you can just like use your tools to Google it, or you can like watch the videos in my channel that has like that I talk about the vulnerabilities. And actually those are things that we will cover in the next week. So if you have time now, you can just act a little bit faster and more proactive. So, learn the vulnerabilities. Yes. That's it. You can just read the source code and find the vulnerabilities. Sorry? It is in the comment of the source code. You can read the source code and you will see the comments. It has the name of the vulnerabilities. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm a bit confused. Like, what do we need to do? Because I don't have Python and Linux. I don't necessarily install there. So can you just tell me?
You need to install it. So if you, at least you need to install Python for
Okay.
today's challenge.
Okay. Okay.
And then run Python, and also you can install Pong Tools, which is a package of Python.
Yeah, I saw on the video lectures.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you need to do that before you,
Okay.
otherwise you cannot finish this challenge. Yes.
And if you're applying something like the limits with animation, because I can usually use the first.
Right.
The RML is 100%.
Yes, yes, that's why I put vulnerable, like vulnerability there. Yes, that's intentional, but you won't be removed. And also, please guys, don't do anything dangerous. I mean, that's not the point of today's lab, but like, yes, that's a good discovery. Yes, exactly. All right, the course website should also be available now. You can use this URL to access those files, but it's the same. It's identical as the one that you have through Discord. Someone is trying to overflow the buffer, send me a bunch of A's. So feel free to let me know who you are. And also I see some of you are still using the 10 number digits instead of the ASU write ID. So if you're doing so, please just do what you have wrote for the interaction again, and then use ASU write instead, which is the letter and the number, those combination of your ID. So if you are exploring the vulnerabilities now, that's great. If you're trying to exploit, that's also fine. As long as you don't do something like your shellcode has a remove command, or you put a remove as you're a part of a command injection, you're all good. But feel free to try to exploit using those vulnerabilities that I hinted you in the source code. Okay. Yes. What you could do is that like your shellcode, you're gonna create a file saying that someone, like, which is your ID, someone exploited, something like that, to mark yourself.
This reminds me of when I did a lot of
Yeah. All right, guys, just let me track your progress real quick. How many of you already have Python and Plum tools like properly installed so that you can start to program? Good, great, most of you. How many of you are programming right now but haven't debugged it yet? Like just try to program. Okay. Good. And then how many of you are bumping into issue that you just don't know what's wrong with your program, you're trying to debug it? Awesome, thank you, good. So you're definitely on the right track, and now we're gonna start to work on this slightly together. So I am going to write the code with you together to show you how you can start to program. Like what is the nice first step for you? Suppose that you already have the binary, right? You have the service binary and you can run it. So first thing first, if you already have the Linux operating system, can you please download this binary and make sure that you can run this binary first, service binary. Okay, let's start from there first. And please let me know when you're done with it. Anyone, just like give me a hint, give me a signal, and I will continue. I will start to write a program with you together. Good, good. I saw thumb up, so let's continue. All right, so let's say we're gonna have this called client.py. All right. Okay, so as you already see, in our slides, in the videos, you can use Pong tools to interact with the server. So I'm gonna just make it to run a little bit easier to use hashband so that anytime I can run it, I don't have to type Python 3, but I treat it as a script. Okay, so I'm gonna do user bean.env. Python 3. So it's like telling that, hey, this is gonna be a script and use Python 3 as the interpreter to execute my script. And then I'm gonna use Pong tools, gonna use write the infrastructure first. It's the skeleton of my code. That's it. All right, so now let's start to write main. So the first thing is that we want to talk with the servers, right? And just in case that we need to debug the code in the future, let's try to set up the environment so that you can run the service locally and then use this script to talk to the servers that you run locally, okay? So what you could do is that you can have put your servers someplace, like somewhere that you like. I'm gonna just put servers in the same path, in the same folder after one, then I'm gonna run this code. So I just do this. Otherwise, you can just put the path of the service here. And this means that you're gonna use Pong tools function process to run service locally, okay? So now you run the service. And in the future, if you are going to talk to the service that I hosted from my end, which means that you're going to actually make it run and interact, you can use the remote command, which is the IP and the port number. But now I'm going to just comment it out because this is the way that I can debug my stuff locally. Okay, and then I am going to talk with the service. And then I can do receive and to, because I want to make sure that I send the message in the right timing after the service starts to take my input, right? Okay. And now I can just send whatever I have. However, sometimes I just don't know what's going on the service, right? I want to know which stage I am at, and I don't want to do that blindly. What you could do is you can use this command. It's called interactive. So that means that I'm going to directly talk with the service that I just, interact with. Okay, so let's try this. Make it executable. Okay, so now I'm in this place. right? And then I can just type something. Okay, it starts to ask me the numbers, right? So what you could do is that, oh, I'm gonna just kill it. You can have this code with you, and also you can have an, like make it another site. You use the other side to keep running your script. And then you can know where you are at, and then you can know what you can write after that. So, for example, now you have this receive and to, you can also just print it. So now we're gonna run this. So this is what you have received, right? You select the menu and you know those are the things that you can do. So it's like log participation. Now you know that the next thing that you want to interact with the server is to do send line, which is 1, right? Because you know that what you want to type here is 1 enter, right? Okay, cool. So now you know you have the set line, right? You send it, and then you can start to interact it. You can do receive and or receive line again to get this line next time. And then you know that now you can parse this so that you can get these 2 numbers and add them together. And then you can send it back to the server. And you can do this, repeatedly until you get all the results that you want. Does it make sense? Is there any question? No? Okay. So I'm going to leave the code here. Don't worry about that. And then you can continue working on this by yourself. I just don't know how to speak it right. Hey, yeah, so
I did that,
Mhm.
but for some reason, as soon as I run it, it keeps exiting the. Well, I'm not sure why. Even with interactive, it doesn't give me an option to enter.
No, it has that. It says switching to interactive mode. But so you should be able to interact. This is because your Jupyter doesn't support interacting.
Okay.
So this is not your code's problem, it's the platform. Like if you need like a shell or something that
Okay.
can be used, because interactive, it's a function that needs some other dependencies, but those dependencies are not supported by Jupyter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I don't switch to interactive and I just try sending.
Yes, you could do that.
that,
And then you can just keep doing like you have that, and then you have receive and to, right? And then you can just keep printing that, or receive line and keep printing that. Yep. I think this is because you haven't. Um. Yeah, there is a question mark. That's great. So it seems like even the first line, you're not there because it doesn't print anything.
Mhm.
There we go. So you got it.
And then I keep sending it back.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Hey, so.
Where is your code? Yeah, I just created it from here using the Zoom. Yes. So I don't know where it's created, it's like, I can't, I don't know. Search for it. I see. Oh, that's okay. So can you go back to the dance, right? And the slate when asking. How do I save,
So accent and then. Do, where's the is, oh, this is.
Yeah.
shift. I'm not very familiar with down. So this is save and accent.
How did you shift down?
So I'm gonna show you this.
Yeah,
again.
shift.
Shift and then comma. So you're
Okay,
gonna get the comma in the W code. You said
Okay.
you're right and then you put,
okay,
and you're gonna accent. And this is your current location.
okay. And so it's
Which
saved
is-
there.
Right, you save there. And it's actually the same location. It's right here.
Maybe since I didn't save it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's the problem. Can you try to?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
look-
very
No,
familiar.
no. I'm sorry. Once.
Yes.
and then-
And then space. Right. Clients. Dot py. Right. Here we go.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Yes, just make one. And then put your ID there. You're not gonna get actual credit, but like this is a frame, yeah.
I don't know whether this was, I tried to create it directly, across.
Yeah.
folder, And then I was creating a file inside that folder, so
I don't think that I have this. Well, this is,
so what I did is like I created this directory.
oh, you already created.
Yes, so
Okay.
I ran this command before.
I see, I
And
see.
I actually wanted simply the clear home data.
Ah,
So yes, I was trying to do that,
okay.
but I don't know whether that was it.
Yeah, that's okay. It should be fine. Yeah, let me check, actually. I'm curious. Are you
And,
sure that you
Do you get a
really?
username or something like that who try to do all this thing? Do you get a user ID who try to do these kind of things?
I mean, what do you mean, do I need?
No, so whenever I used to run these things, I'm not sure whether any logs are created that this user tried to do this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
I-
have that kind of?
No, I don't have that. I
so if-
don't
If
have,
anyone runs recursively on this directory.
but then, no, but then the Docker, because the folder that you guys are logging in
Uh-huh.
is connected to the outside.
Uh-huh.
So this inside the Docker container.
Okay.
And then the outside, I have a script that like syncing or then also
Okay,
like
the
backup.
scripts are-
Yes, right. So even though the someone just remove all things, I
Mm.
still have a backup and then,
That would be some periodically happening in some intervals, right?
right,
If
just,
between those intervals, someone tries to log their.
no, but still, like if someone just trying to remove everything.
Mhm.
Because I have a backup that only like absorb new stuff from that folder.
Yeah.
So if you, like, if you remove, it's not gonna be affect anything that I have backed up from the outside. So it's not like the mural backup.
And also, the username ID is limited to 15 characters, so have to be creative enough to understand. what
Yeah,
all commands
right.
are
Yeah, it's
specific.
gonna be very short.
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
Otherwise, you can just create Havoc.
That's right. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, so,
So I was trying to sum up these numbers,
Mhm.
but it just gets stuck here and
Yeah.
it says I'm not sending the text in bytes.
Mhm.
But when if I see the script,
you can just put it here. I can
Oh.
help it out. Oh, by the way, guys, we also have Ati, the TA here. If you have any question, you can also go to Ati and then she can help you out.
so if I send my ASU ID,
Yeah.
it is still getting stuck. I'm sending it in bytes.
Okay.
Not sure what the issue is.
So first of all,
You're using Python 3, okay.
Yeah.
So try this, let's make this local first. Okay, so using the local service instead of the
Okay.
remote one, so that you can debug, you can know where you are at and why you're getting stuck. Does that make sense?
Okay, so it shows me that there is error is coming at line number 22, and line number
Mhm.
22 is this r dot receive until ASU
So
ID.
have you already, did you already, oh, you know what? Check the code, it's not ASU ID, it's ASU right ID.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm. Hey,
So I don't have this credit, so I want this.
okay, if you can, yeah, feel free.
I can actually access it to that.
Okay.
ID, but I will have access to the code, and what I guess what will be doing is write a code
Mhm.
that would, I mean, there are this validate command.
Mhm.
I have loop which was 200, right? So write a code that is 100 times.
Yes, exactly.
With this thing, and after all of the it returns all of the true
Mhm.
to the correct submissions.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I have to go to my ASU ID.
It is your right ID, yes.
ASU ID.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're on the right track.
that will love it.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. I'm in the right direction, right?
yes, you're definitely on the right track.
Okay, so I'll try it.
Yes, just write the code. Yeah,
First, I'll have to access this through my iPad. Thank you.
yeah, sure.
All right, guys, how many of you are debugging right now? How many of you are debugging painfully now? Painfully or painfully? I forgot the English name. Okay, the word. Okay, good. So I have some tricks that I can share with you. If you are getting trapped in things like, I don't know why, but I thought that I am going to receive the message asking me from ASU, right? But I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with it. So there are some hints or tricks that you can do. You have the source code, right? So you change your source code. You build the service by yourself for now. And in that source code, you simplify the question. Instead of asking you to answer those goddamn sum of some so easy math question, just mute them off. Or you just change that from 100 times to 1 time and then test your code. And then later on, if your code runs properly, then in your code, it should be just like very easy for loop from change it from 1 time of answering that question to 100 times, right? So do that first. So that's a way that can make your debugging process easier. Okay. Yeah, try that out. Hey, yeah. What'd you
So
get?
I was able to get a shell on
Mm.
the server. Is that what?
Buffer flow shell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that just like the type of thing you were looking for? With
Yeah.
Postgres? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Cool.
Cool. Great job. Yeah.
Yeah, I finished the login participation.
Yeah, cool.
And then I think the one thing I'm not sure whether
Yeah.
it's the team, but
Yeah.
let me see if I just compiled it one locally. If you just press enter. Jump through.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Because
So,
that's if you get line, the C will be 0, and then A plus B equal to C will also be 0, so it just jumps through.
right. A plus B, oh, because C is A and B, okay. But A plus B, why A plus B equal to C is 0? It's weird.
It's to some sort of C convention. But this won't work because if you trigger eventually, I think it will cause a verification error because it may overflow the result. I think.
I don't understand. I mean, it definitely makes the right sense. I just don't. And then when it could you? You're already debugging it locally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's set the break. It's just GDB. I'm curious about this. You want the GDB? Oh, that's the main. Oh, you have it.
I don't think she's be alright.
Okay, you installed it?
I think it's
This is a container, right?
no, this is how just the Mac version. I didn't bring that.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay, that's okay.
I can try it.
Let me replicate this in my
Or
machine.
in your environment. Yeah.
Yeah, right, because
I forgot to bring my Linux machine.
that's okay. Yeah, no worries.
I thought this is something intended, but
No,
it's not.
no, this is not intended. Mm. Oh, sorry. I think this is because the service itself is not a,
You might want GDP the service.
no, it's because I don't enable the debug symbol, so I cannot do
I see.
line number.
Then
Yeah.
you can disassemble the
But I would just
validate.
validate, yeah, I just
Yeah.
go to validate.
Yeah, disassemble validate.
Installation.
And the bring, yeah. Then maybe next step.
Still not the for loop yet. Right. Let's flush, okay. Get mine. Let's. Where's the buffer is RAX, so that's RET.
Sorry.
That's okay.
That's the
No, that's the
address
yes.
you wanna print.
Okay. So I think so it thinks that this is the buff. This is the actual content in buff right now. Because we hit get line. So buff has this, right? And then
Okay. Is 10. 7.
continue. So that's A to I. And then you wanna, so this is the place that has the C. Okay, you wanna stop there and then take a look at this buffer.
Toy buff.
RAX is 0. Oh wait, this is, I haven't run this, right?
Because if you break at it,
Right,
yeah.
so I need to look at this.
Still have the code.
Mm,
This is the address. I don't think
no,
so.
this
I
is
don't-
not the address.
I
This is
don't-
not the address.
I don't
This
think
is
so.
this is the value that already stores here. Let me just do. There's 0. Okay, so EX is considered to be 0. And then EDX, EAX. Continue in EX. That's the sum.
That's the sum. 39 plus something, 29. And the EX should be 29.
Well, EAX, where we're at. This is EAX and no, it already has the add, so EAX should not be this.
Should be
Yeah.
like 29 plus 39, right?
20, yeah, right,
And then so we're right here right now, A plus B,
right.
and then they do the comparison. how do you do comparison with this? But at that memory, I think it's large code, large chunk of something.
Why? I can't map this to this now, so there's no C, or C is,
Because C is this one, right? The,
This.
right, 'cause
Right.
it's comparing it with C,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, but then A plus B,
It's the
that
E,
value should be 68, right? Because the sum of this
yeah,
is
and
68.
it's in EAX right now.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's right, yeah.
Right.
So that's in EAX,
Mhm. And then,
and they compare this to,
uh-huh,
and then that is a random number right now.
right,
And then
Or-
why is that? Oh, okay, I think I know the reason why. Because, these two numbers,
oh, maybe because its size is 0, right? Because you get line and buffer the size is 0, because I'm just pressing the
yeah,
enter,
yeah, right.
and then the toy just automatically convert it to something.
Yeah, I think there's a type confusion.
And the A last one is 0. I think it's when it compares, it only compare the A last eight digits.
But then now EAX is not 0, right? So this is not equal to this, even though they only compare like the last couple of digits.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a little bit confusing.
Right, let me just continue.
I think we change it to.
And then
Where we at?
AL is 0. Then EX, EX is 0. So the result is 0.
Mhm.
You know what? Okay, I know the problem.
And equals.
Although, yes, although the result is 0,
Uh-huh.
this loop will continue. So of course,
Oh, right.
so because I don't have a logic that's saying that if it is wrong, then it's gonna break there.
Right.
So that also means that if we're gonna have a service,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna just have a random number,
Random
it's still
stuff.
gonna,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And is it possible that you can eventually overflow the results?
it's not gonna, you're not gonna overflow, but you're gonna override it. That's
Override.
means,
Okay.
right? Because this, but in this case, okay, you know what? I don't think it's gonna overflow because now result is already equal to 0.
Mhm.
So even though that you answer everything else correct,
So it would
You
would
still
be 0.
right? So you won't pass to validate.
Yeah.
Right,
So
so-
eventually you will have a validation error.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah,
Cool.
that makes sense. Thanks. Hey, what's up?
So I made some changes in the C code. I removed the loop. I removed it. And I'm trying to access the server from the C code itself. Running the command. Is this the right way then? Or no? And then
No, you don't want to change. You don't need to change that because this is the service. The service don't need to not count. The service don't need to,
okay.
connect to the remote service. All you need to now is just like take this as like a program that you're gonna interact with.
Okay.
So you only need to change this part and you compile it.
Okay.
And make it as a new simplified local service. And
Okay. Yeah.
then use your code to interact.
But if I just remove this and run it, then it says that if there's some issue with the touch command over there, that says that like it can't run touch records because I'm running it locally, right? So it can't run the touch records. It says no records exist or something.
Oh, yeah, right. And in that case, you can create a folder just called records.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to make it run locally and then
Yes.
try to.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Okay. Yep.
Thanks, sir.
Actually, what I was doing, I think I found in my error, but still. I was progress.
Yeah.
This is what I actually,
Yeah.
Using the.
Yeah, that's okay. That's perfect.
Then to the server, with every line I extracted.
Okay, yeah, sure. What is the error message?
I didn't get it live here. I'm taking the whole I'm getting and it's not being used. But main error message was that the end it was giving me verification. But here's what's happening. I'm taking the whole line.
Right, okay.
So should I just do receive lines, start one thing at a time, or
Yes.
this whole thing?
So there are two things that you could do. One is to do receive and line. Or another thing is to do receive and two. And two means that you're gonna keep receiving the message and two, you see a character.
I can do receive and submission.
Exactly.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I think we're getting close to the end of the class. I will have office hour right after today's course. So if you still have difficulties in logging, feel free to go to the office hour. It's gonna be online and I'm happy to help you debug your code, okay? Or otherwise, have fun, good luck, and the service will be on until the end of the day. All right, see you next time. No, you only need to do the log participation. You don't need to find vulnerabilities.
Hello, Professor.